A Topeka mother and Hiawatha mother are both fighting for their kids who developed a rarely diagnosed syndrome called PANDAS.
PANDAS is triggered by a bacterial infection like strep throat. The disorder can bring anxiety, tics, and even OCD, but it can change a child's personality overnight.
And new at 6, KSNT News reporter Mackenzie Davis tells us how these two mothers are working to raise awareness for the rare disorder.
The PANDAS Network estimates 1 in 200 children in the U.S. are living with this syndrome. For Shannon Wright and Becky Bachman, their children were the one.
Our life really changed overnight.
Shannon Wright is the mother of a child who had PANDAS syndrome. Her daughter, Allison Wright, showed symptoms of PANDAS when she was 9 years old. PANDAS began to take a toll on the Wright family.
The shell of her is the same, but she's a totally different person.
Once Allison's symptoms started, Shannon began to write about her experience and how her daughter changed. She writes, Allison was in many ways a very typical little girl who loved art and had spent the summer writing and illustrating fairy tale type stories. Then everything seemed to change.
On October 13th, 2011, I knew without a doubt that something was terribly wrong with my daughter. That night, my little girl was completely sorry.
Shannon began to advocate for her daughter's health, making other people aware of the disease the best way she could. One of her outlets was to KSNT News. Shannon felt alone, not knowing other parents going through this.
That's a big day.
One day, she got a phone call from another woman whose child was showing signs of PANDAS.
It was scary.
Becky Bachman's daughter was 5 years old when she showed signs of PANDAS after getting an ear infection.
She was almost 5 years old when it started. She was in preschool, ending up her preschool year, loved going to school every day, and then all of a sudden, she was a different person.
In 2013, Becky saw a story we featured on KSNT News about Allison and her struggle with PANDAS. She reached out to Shannon for support 5 years ago. Today, the women are staying strong together by fighting for their kids and others.
If it weren't for them, I probably would not be here today.
Just to kind of share this journey with someone was really amazing.
7 years after developing the syndrome, Allison has overcome her battle with PANDAS, but Becky's daughter is still fighting.
But I just want her to feel good and to live a normal life. You know, she's missed out on a lot.
Today marked a special day for Shannon's and Becky's families. Governor Collier signed a proclamation making October 9th National PANDAS Awareness Day in Kansas. In the studio, Mackenzie Davis, KSNT News.